Good morning, children. Hope you all are safe at home. I am your grade 3 science teacher. Today, let us continue our lesson with the last subtopic S4 Who eats whom. So, children, we know that there are three kinds of living things. What are they? Plants, animals, and even human beings. So, these three are the living things. So, we have learned that they need food to grow. They will eat food and they need food to grow. So when they are eating food, are all the living things are eating all the other living things? No. So they are not eating the living things. They dependent on food for another living thing, but they are not eating the all kinds of living things. So today let us learn who eats whom. So which animal is eating which kind of food. So already we have discussed plant eating animals, flesh eating animals and both eating animals. Now today let us learn so which animal is dependent on one on another. So here you see here plants. Plants are eaten by cow. Now then cow is eaten by tiger. If there is only completely a plants are not eaten by any of the animal, what happens, children? Then there will be a complete densely forest you can see on the earth. So no plants are eaten by any of the animal. You can see a densely forest covering by the trees and plants. So these plants should be reduced by eating by the some of the animals. And if there is no animals are eaten by any of the other large animal, so what happens? There will be more and more animals in the jungle. So here it should be balanced. So what happens when these plants have to be reduced in a number? They have to be balanced in the nature. So these are food for the some of the animals. Then these animals, the small animals are food for the other large animals. These are the plants. This is food for the herbivore animals, and these herbivore animals are food for the carnivore animals. Then plants are eaten by deer. Then deer is eaten by bear, and bear is eaten by lion. So here each animals they are dependent on one of the other animals. So here you can see this. Then what happens? Then what is the food for the plants? We know that water, air and sunlight is the food for the plant. But along with that, soil also provides nutrients for the plant. Then in that soil, who is giving the nutrients? When these dead bodies, when these animals, dead matter is getting mixed up with the soil, that all the dead and decayed matter will provide the nutrients for the plants. So it is a continuous chain process. You can see here it is a continuous process. Then where the animals are killed and when they get mixed up with the soil, that soil is provided with the nutrients. That nutrients helps the plants to grow. So here it is a continuous chain process. So this chain process we are calling it as food chain. What is a food chain, children? Each animal who eats what, by looking at this picture we can easily identify. Not all the living things will eat the same kind of living things. They eat only some kinds of living things. Like suppose you can see the mouse will eat some kinds of grains. So when these mouses are eaten by cats and that cats are eaten by dogs. So in that way it is a dependent only on some kinds of animals for their food. So here you can see everywhere you can see the food chain, it is starting with the plants. You can see these plants are eaten by ladybird, insects, then insects are eaten by mouse, and this mouse is eaten by snake, and the snakes are eaten by vulture. So this is arrow is indicating who eats what, who eats and which animal, which living thing is eaten by the which kinds of living things. So this chain process we are calling it as food chain. So this is a chain reaction which depends on for their food purpose, so that we are calling it as food chain. You can also see here again these plants are eaten by worms, and again these worms are eaten by birds, and birds are eaten by some other large animals. So in this way we can make many different food chains depending on the food they eat. So here so food chain is nothing but the animal which eats the food of the other animal, which of the linked to a in a chain form. So these all the animals which are linked up in a chain form for their food purpose, we are calling it as food chain. Suppose if there are no herbivore animals found on the earth, so what will happen? No herbivore animals are there. So all completely have died. So what happens? What will the carnivore animal will do? Carnivore animal will eat flesh of the other animals. So what they will do? Omnivore animals are there on the earth. So what they will do? They will start killing the omnivore animals who are both plants eating and flesh eating animals. They start killing the omnivore animals. When they kill the omnivore animals, when they have completely, even the omnivore animals are also completely finished, then what happens? Again, what is the food for the carnivore animals? They start killing themselves, killing one of the other animals. So they start killing themselves, and even the carnivore animals also would start to be extinct, or they may change their food habits by starting eating the plants. So they may become a herbivore animals. In that way they may change depending on their food habit. So here you can learn the food chain in a reader. Now open your readers, children. Open your reader, page number 55, children. You can see here food chain. Plants are eaten by ladybird insect, then insects are eaten by mouse, and the mouse is eaten by snake, and snakes are eaten by vultures. So in this way a chain will continue for their food. So that is nothing but a food chain. A food chain shows who eats whom. So by this we can easily say who eats whom. So underline food chain. The food chain always starts with the plants. So always the food chain will start with the plants. Then it shows the animal that eats the plants, followed by the animal who eats that animal, and so on. So it's a continuous chain process. So it shows the animal that eats the plants and followed by the other animals who eats that animals, and so on. So read the lesson, children. And you can see here, did you know sharks lose their teeth every 8 days? So we have to know, this is important point, children. Sharks, they lose their teeth every 8 days. So shark is a carnivore animal. So it eats flesh, the small fishes. So it loses its teeth every 8 days. And again it can replace. Now you are going to even write the glossary also. Learn the glossary. Now open practice questions, children. Today you are going to complete 7th and 8th answer. Make a food chain with the following. So here they have given some of the animals in a jumble way. You are going to put it in a correct order. Grass, tiger, deer and bear. Will the grass is eaten by a tiger, children? No. So what we have to do? Grass is eaten by deer. Now you are going to write grass is eaten by deer, and deer is eaten by bear, and bear is eaten by a tiger. So in this way you are going to correct the order of the food chain. Now, why do omnivores have both pointed and flat teeth? So already we have learned why the omnivores will have both pointed and flat teeth. So here the animals like bears, humans and foxes and even rats, they eat both plants and meat. So they are eating both plants and meat, so they need two kinds of teeth. So they are having flat teeth and pointed teeth. So complete this 7th and 8th answer, children. Here, now open your workbooks. Open your workbook, page number 47, children. You are going to write today's date and see that who eats whom. Plants, ladybird, mouse, snake and vulture. So vulture eats snake and snake eats mouse, and then mouse eats ladybird, insect, then it eats plants. So you can see here the food chain. Now you are going to write complete the sentence. A food chain shows who eats whom. So it is starting with plants. It starts with plants, from plants. Now see the second question. Arrange the following to create the food chains. See the first one, they have given in a jumble way. You are going to correct the order of the food chain. Grass, tiger and deer. So grass will be eaten by deer and deer will be eaten by a tiger. Worms, cranes, plants and fish. Plants are eaten by worms, worms are eaten by fish and fish are eaten by cranes. Hen, fox, grains and tiger. So grains are eaten by hen, hens are eaten by fox and fox are eaten by tiger. Where in this food chain would you place a frog? Give for your answer. So they have given here 4 pictures: plant, grasshopper, snake and vulture. So plants are the first living organism. Then the food chain starts with the plants. And where you are going to insert the frog here? Will the plants are eaten by frog? No. So we can't insert the frog here. Then plants are eaten by grasshopper. Then grasshopper is eaten by, will the grasshoppers are eaten by snakes? No. So grasshoppers are eaten by frog. Now you can insert the frog in between the grasshopper and the snake. So you are going to draw the circle and you are going to draw this frog. Then grasshopper is eaten by frog and frog is eaten by snake. Then snakes are eaten by vulture. And you are going to give the reason for that. The frog will come after the grasshopper as it eats insects and does not eat a snake. Frog will not even a snake eat. It doesn't eat snake. So we have inserted in between the grasshopper and the snake. In this way you are going to draw any 3 kinds of food chains in your classwork. Okay children, complete your works, do the works neatly, follow the lessons and read the lessons and learn it. Okay children, we'll meet in the next class.